Hello and welcome back. Today we're still working on Rosemarie's heart pattern, and you should be at this point. And if you'll see, look at your pattern page, this looks identical to this. So we've completed figure 1. Now what I do, some people may do and some may not. I do mark on my patterns, and I will take a pencil and check off what I have done, okay, so that when I lay it down I can come back and pick up where I left off. So you can try that and it might help you follow the pattern better. I don't know, it does me, especially lengthy patterns. But getting on with it, as you can see, we've got a chain, B a chain, C a chain, and D is joined. So we're completed with figure 1. We're going to figure 2. Figure 2, right here is on our instructions, says show where the joins are made, okay? This is where all your joins are made. And then it says a chain of 6 joining picot, 6 picot, 6 picot, 6. Lock join, LJ means lock join, to same place as last, okay? Lock join. Alright, well, we've jumped, excuse me, I'm wrong. Back that up. Chain 6 picot, 6 picot, 6. Lock join to picot on previous chain. That's where we're at. I'm reading this upside down. Okay, so here's what we've got to do. Because this is going to go back around this way, we need to put our ball thread coming out the top. And to do that, we're going to do what they call the shoelace trick. What you do, best way to do it, lay it down in front of you like you got your shoe on. Your foot's sitting right there. Now you're going to take this shuttle thread, run it across, and run it up through, okay? And you're going to tie that knot. Let me get it back down there. It keeps coming and following me. It's attached, okay? And you're just going to tie this half of a knot, and it's called the shoelace trick, right there, okay? So that our work is in the right position to move on, okay? So there you have it. Now, we wrap our hand with our ball thread in order to do the next series. Now, the rest of this is going to be chains, okay? So you're going to always be working with this ball thread. So, here we go. The first chain, okay, is 6 picot, or excuse me, 6 picot, 6 picot, 6. That's this ring right here, or this chain right here in the center. You'll see it going from A around to the picot on the chain. So we're going to do 6. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally missed. Let's try that again. The other half of that. 5 and 6. Okay, count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got our 6 pant loops. Now we want a picot. Okay, so we put our picot in, draw our thread up, do the other half of the double stitch, and close that picot up. Okay, now my picots are going to be a little bit big so you can see them on camera. When you do them, you want to make them a little smaller, not as big as these, because you don't want a gap. Okay, so we got to do 6 more, and we've got 1 in, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we want another picot. So we're going to have a total of 2 picots separated by 6. Okay, you'll see patterns written that way. That's what that means. So we got 1 in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we want to count them off. Make sure we've got all of our double stitches in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we want to pop that chain in. Just tug on it a little bit. Straighten it up, because once you do the lock join that is coming next, it is like locking your keys in your house. You lock them in the house, you can't get in the house, you can't get in the car. So remember that. Lock joins can be opened, but they are very difficult, and 9 times out of 10, you'll damage your thread. Okay? And it does show on tatting thread more so than with yarn. You'll split your plies. Okay? Yarn tends to cover itself up because it's so bulky. Tatting thread doesn't. So it does show. Now what we're going to do the lock join is we're going to reach up from the bottom. Okay? Let me zoom in on this a little bit more so you can get a really good shot of it. What I'm doing. Okay. There's our picot. We want to come up through the bottom of that picot, wrap around our hook, and pull it down. Okay? Once you pull it down, you want to pull as much thread as you can possibly get and hook it on that finger. Reason being, you do not want these threads to cross. And when I get through processing this lock join, it's going to have a pant loop or waistband just like the rest of our double stitches. Okay, so here we have our shuttle. We drop our shuttle. Now the thread that we caught up here, let me do that again so you can see. Here is the ball thread. Here is the shuttle thread. You lay it across. Best way to do it, okay? Because you've got to keep it in control. Reach up from the bottom, grab your thread, pull it down. Okay? And when you pull it through, it may have a little twist. Straighten it out. Hook your finger in there, and the thread is caught. Okay? And you're going to do a down join. Remember, down means down. Okay? Up means up. This is a down join because you pulled your thread down through the picot. Up joins, you pull your thread up through the picot. Okay? So we're going down that hole. Now you're going to pull some of the slack out. Once you do, grab that little loop. Line that chain up snug with that picot. Hold it in place and pull that thread down. And if you'll look, you end up, it doesn't show as well on here because I do have such a large picot here. But you'll see right there, you've got a pant loop. Can you see that? You have a pant loop and it matches the pant loops here. Or waistbands, whichever you want to call it. Okay? But it matches and it makes the flow of your work continue. Okay? Now the next one. We've got our join right here. We're coming up here, over here, down here, and back to this same picot. Okay, so let's do our first 6. That's 1. Oh, I got off camera there. Let me back that out so you can see what I was doing. Not paying attention. I have a problem with that sometimes. My husband says I do all the time. I never pay attention. Well, he talks football, I talk tatting. 2 different worlds. So, but it works. Many, many years with him. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 6 double stitches. Now what I'm going to do is leave this zoomed in till we get through this segment here. And then once we get through this, I'm going to have you work down to the bottom. And then we'll get the next video on what you do next. Count them off and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. Okay, we got our 6 double stitches. Now what we're going to do, I know this looks like it's not going to join, but we are going to pull this over like that. Grab that thread. We're not doing a lock join, we're doing an up join. Okay. So you'd run your shuttle up through that thread, pull that join in, adjust everything, just work it as it goes. Okay, and you've joined to that one. Now this is going to pucker because I have overly large picots so that you can see them on camera. Normally my picots would not be this big. We're going to do 6 more. And that's 3, 4, slippy fingers. You must throw your shuttle at least twice in every round. That's a must. That's 5 and 6. Okay, we want another picot here. Okay, 6 more. And that 6 counts the double stitch on the other half of that picot. Okay, don't forget. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's, and we got another picot. See, 6, join, 6, picot, 6, picot, 6. Okay. Count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got our 6 in. Okay, pop that chain in, have it arc. Okay, see how we've got our arc in there? Now, we're going to lock join back to the same picot we just did. Okay, so here we go. Up from the bottom. Okay, grab our thread. If it's going to cooperate, pull it back down. Okay, once you pull it down, I didn't even grab it in the right spot. Let's try that again. Up from the bottom on that picot, grab our thread, pull it down. All right. And you want to pull enough thread, hook it on your finger. Okay, now we're doing a down join because this is a lock join. Put our shuttle through, pull out some of that slack, get that chain thread out of the way, ball thread, and you want, here's what you want to do. You want to make sure that that chain is snug up to the picot, then pull tightly. Okay, now there's where you got. Okay, now not all of these chains are going to join back into. Only this side and this side does this part. The next chain is going to come off, join here, over 6, picot, down 6, and join right there on that ring. I'm out of camera shot. Let me do that again. Okay. This side and this picot here. Okay, that's the only two places that you're going to have this little piece here. Okay. The next chain is going to go up 6 and join right here. Okay. Over 6, leave a picot. Down 6 and join here. Okay. The next one's going to go up 6 and join to this picot you put in on this side. Over 6, picot, down 6 and join here. Once you get there, start the next video. Okay, so we've got you through the complicated part. I'll meet you when we get down here to do the next step. All right, and remember, lock join, you come in from the bottom. Regular join, you come in from the top. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.